Welcome back to ESA Summer 2021. We're raising money for Save the Children. Links to donate can be found below the stream. We'd also like to thank Twitch and ViewSonic for sponsoring the event. Now we're rolling on through here with Dark Souls. I've got Danflesh here. How we doing today?
Doing great. Would be even greater when we start running the game.
Oh yeah. Well, take it away. Let's get started.
Okay.
Some Dark Souls.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so it's Dark Souls 1 all bosses run. Quite a complicated thing to comprehend actually, but hopefully it will be smooth. So first we start Pyromancer class with the Black Fire Bombs. The reason why we start with Black Fire Bombs is because it's incredibly useful consumable that we're going to use to beat bosses and do some fancy struts to kill some extra enemies. The reason why we start Pyromancer is because Pyromancer has a very specific armor set that is going to be very useful later on for the glitch that is called air rolls, that allows us to roll mid-air and avoid fall damage. It's going to be very useful and crucial later on, and the issue is that the glitch is incredibly precise. Like, it requires you to have a very specific weight loads, but we're gonna discuss that a bit later on. First boss of the game is Island Demon, is fully killed with Black Fire Bombs super quickly. Very nice. Fight went smoothly. So there we pick up the shield, we're gonna pick up the hand axe. That's what we're gonna use for the next boss of the game, which is gonna be Taurus Demon. But yeah, the other reason why we start as a Pyromancer, not only the armor that is gonna be incredibly useful, but also the Pyromancy Glove and the Firebolt spell. That's gonna be essential for the late game routing that we're gonna do there, because it's gonna be the thing that allows us to perform hover and wrong warps. And that's gonna be very poggers, believe me. So there we talk with Oscar, we take the keys. Because we have to pick up the Pyromancy Glove, we have to go upstairs. And hopefully hollows at the top will be merciful, because sometimes they can be annoying. Okay, no issues there. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna do the speedrun struts that are not very RTA safely. So I'm quit out on this door, just for the showcase purposes. Like RTA, real time, it's slower, but yeah, it's faster to quit out on opening certain doors to skip the animation. Because the on a leaderboard, we use in-game time to measure the time. And quitting out gonna make things faster in many ways as well in this game. So there we take the Firelink Bonfire just to spend some souls to level up 10 dexterity. We need 10 dexterity to use the Drake Sword later on. And we head towards Undeadburg, first area of the game that we're gonna go through. And hopefully a very inconsistent skip will work. If it won't, it won't. And we're gonna lose a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth trying. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk with Undead Merchant in Undeadburg. I'm gonna buy some stuff that is gonna be very useful later on. And we're also gonna do one of the fancy glitches right away. So we buy arrows, more than 11, short bow. Okay. My cursor is a little bit off, so now you can actually see it.
Thank you kindly.
I'm performing... Oh, unfortunate. Okay, I messed up the skip that I supposed to not mess up. To not mess up. Yeah, that's the inconsistent skip I was talking about. We didn't even get to a point where we can try it. So the skip is getting on a box and jumping over boxes to get into Lower Undeadburg. That's the fastest way to get to Lower Undeadburg. But unfortunately, I just punched the box I have to stand on. And rip. So alternatively, we're gonna do the good old Lower Burg run through. And I fail Lower Burg skip. So that's not very good, but nice. We got a comfy fall animation because I didn't quit out fast enough to not get my position stored at the top. but I didn't quit out slow enough for my position to be stored at the bottom. Okay, attempt number 2. Okay. There I performed a small glitch that is called the plunge attack. When you attack like inclined surfaces and slide down, the game allows you to cancel the plunge animation by rolling midair, and the iframes from a rolling animation can preserve you from fall damage. In this case, it's not a lethal fall damage, so it wouldn't be a big deal, but I would have to heal otherwise. There I picked up the Mail Breaker. It's an important thing that we're gonna need for a glitch called Move Swap. It's the lightest of the rapiers, so that is very useful. There we open the Greek's door. Hope that dog not gonna bite us from the back. Okay, so that was the scariest part of the very beginning of the run. Done. As you can see, I'm quitting out in many places. The reason why I quit out so much is because the enemies in Lower Undeadburg are super annoying. It's thieves and dogs. They're very aggressive, they're very fast. Area is very small, you have to interact with quite many things in the area on top of that, and to not get killed instantly, you have to reset their aggro by quitting out, because it puts them in the default positions of the areas and gets rid of aggro of the enemies. Okay, so the second boss of the game that we're gonna face is gonna be Taurus Demon. Taurus Demon is a pretty simple boss to fight in this category, pretty much in any category in DS1. And before that, we just picked up the Gold Pine Resin that we're gonna use for our hand axe to become super powerful with it. And there we use the Black Firebomb to stagger the boss. And while boss is staggered, we just did 3 more attacks to finish him off. Very simple fights. Then we get on the Hellkite Bridge. And this is where we're gonna get our next weapon that we're gonna use for the next like 10 minutes of the run, which is gonna be Drake's Sword. So we bait out down the Wyvern, got the tail in 3 hits. This is the second place where Gold Pine Resin becomes very handy, because it increases damage significantly at this stage of the game and makes it super simple to cut the tail off. And now, a tricky part again. So in the round, we're going to use Black Knight Greatsword, and it's a random drop. So there is like a 26% chance with 1 humanity that it's going to drop, but I have a software running that will give me sword automatically if I don't get it. That's a software that is called Gadgetly Mage that we use to speedrun. So as you can see, I didn't get the sword, but it's in my inventory automatically. Because yeah, for marathon purposes, we have to use some help. Okay, there. It's gonna be the first appearance of the move swap, if I wouldn't fail it. So move swap is also the cornerstone glitch of the run. It's the glitch that allows you to... Okay. Boulder Knights, don't block me, thank you. It's the glitch that allows you to transfer the attack animation of the right-hand weapon to the left-hand weapon, sorry. And as you can see, my running attack now became a double poke. And that is running attack of my right-hand weapon right now, which is a Mail Breaker. This is why we picked it up. The exact reason. Okay, couldn't roll the Soul Arrow. We activated the elevator. We're gonna need it to get to the Stray Demon later on. And now we go to Gargoyles. I'm gonna heal, even though normally I wouldn't, because, well, it's a marathon, dying is bad. especially in Dark Souls. Believe me, it's very painful to go back to all the boss fights in this game. We get the worst possible opener from Gargoyle. Hopefully it's not gonna be an issue. As you can see, my running attack is a double poke, and it deals incredible amount of damage pretty much immediately. And this is the power of the move swap. And there we're gonna kill the Gargoyle and bone out immediately. We're not gonna ring the bell, because we're gonna skip the bells. Okay, there we level up. And you can see the cursor on my screen. That's the second appearance of the glitch called prompt swap in this run. We saved Griggs, and now I'm gonna purchase Lingering Dragon Crest ring. It's a ring that increases the length of buff that you apply to your character. And I buy this ring with the glitch called prompt swap. That was the second appearance of the glitch, as I said. And that glitch allows you to buy the item that you have no souls for by switching the merchant tab between the different menu sections of the merchant. It's like a frame perfect glitch, and I have a left mouse button rebinded on my controller, so I can press left mouse button and A simultaneously. So game thinks that I'm trying to purchase the spell that I have enough souls for, but at the same frame it's switching the merchant menu category to the rings, and I buy the ring instead that I have no souls for. Okay, next glitch is Sensegate skip, which is the death cam glitch. And this is a very crucial sequence break that allows you to skip bells completely. Ringing bells completely, because you don't need to open Sense Gate. We're gonna take the bonfire quickly there, because it's warpable. We're gonna warp there multiple times throughout the run. We're gonna quickly switch our fireball to full control, because we're gonna use full control for some fancy glitches as well later on. But how this glitch works is that you have to activate the kill cam. That's a mechanic, like this game has kill cam as the mechanic that allows you to, like, it just enables top-down view when you're falling from the cliff before you hit the kill box. But you can activate kill cam without activating kill box, and that was achieved by reposting Hollow on the stairs in a very certain place. And doing that tricks game into thinking that I'm dead, but I'm not dead, because I haven't been hit by the kill box itself, only kill cam. And when that happens, game stops loading areas and anything around you. And because things like gates are not loaded in the place where I'm standing, you can go through the gates even though it's closed. Right? Because the game just doesn't load it in the first place, because it thinks that I'm dead and I'm in a completely different place on top of that. And by doing that, you can just go through the sense gate no problem and skip ringing both bells. Okay, so while we go through the Sense Fortress, it's a pretty comfy walk, because Sense Fortress is like surprisingly an easy area in the speedrun. Like, when you know all the pendulum cycles where you have to quit out, it's very easy to navigate through in a speedrun. But the next boss, Iron Golem, is gonna be quite tricky, because we have Drake's Sword. Even though it's move swapped, we still need to deal quite a lot of damage to Golem to make him fall properly. We're gonna make him fall from the bridge. It's an intended mechanic in the game, but as I said, because we have quite little damage, the strat we're going to use is going to be quite precise, and hopefully it goes well. I guess we have time for some donations, if there are any.
Oh, sure, we've got some coming in. We have $25 from King Sinker Framed, who asks, "Can I have a dung pie?" Hey, be careful with those. You don't want to get too toxic. We have $100 from Ethan, who says, "I have really been enjoying the event. Keep up the great work." And do we have time for one more? We've got
Yes,
$10
kinda.
from Grey Wolf. Yeah, $10 from Grey Wolf, who says, "Good luck, Dan. Let RNG save your knees."
Oof. I got I got lucky. There are 2 different RNG outcomes that Golem can do.
Oh,
And he decided to do a good one. But I messed up a little, but I still got it, no issues. Luckily, you can toggle escape the firebomb damage. Toggle escape is another small trick in this game that you can escape the stagger animation. You can escape the stagger animation after receiving damage if you just spam toggle. Or alternatively, if you toggle escape from the fall damage, you have to press toggle and then spam roll immediately. That will get rid of the fall damage animation. Okay, so there we take the bonfire in Anerlondo. We level up 22 strength and 18 dexterity. And that will allow us to wield Black Knight Greatsword that we've got from the Black Knights. Okay, there, important part, we're gonna activate the elevator. That's gonna be very useful for the trick later on. And there we perform the very first Fall Control Quit Out glitch. So if you cast Fall Control and then you die from fall damage, while Fall Control is activated, game delays the fall damage, like the lethal fall damage that is dealt to you. And there is a large window where you are capable of storing your position at the bottom, like at the place where you're supposed to die, but still able to perform the quit out without receiving the fall damage, because it is delayed by Fall Control. And in that window, it's very simple to quit out. Oops, I had no stamina for jump. It's very simple to quit out and just spawn at the bottom of any place where you want to jump, basically. And right now we're going to have another appearance of Fall Control, now in a little different circumstance. Because we're going to do a second death cam glitch in the run, which is called Silver Knight Archer Skip. Like, we move the elevator here, we quit out, we cast Fall Control, and now we air roll to the bottom. And now we are in a death cam. So this particular death cam is pretty tricky. Like, first of all, air rolls in combination with Fall Control makes you pretty much invincible to any fall damage. Like, quite literally. You can survive any fall damage with that combination if you have enough stamina to perform air rolls to the very bottom. That's first. Second, you can see the very large blue trail behind me. That's game trying to kill me every frame, because in Anor Londo, for some reason, Death Cam itself also like tries to kill you every second. And what this skip is like Sensegate skip, we go through the unloaded door. In this case, it's the door to the Blacksmith Giant. I'm gonna open this door because it's a marathon run in case I die, so I don't need to perform the skip one more time from the scratch. But it's very useful because now we can perform another menu glitch, which is called Quantity Storage Dupe. And Quantity Storage Dupe is a glitch that allows you to transfer the quantity of the item, quantity of the prompts, from one menu to another by using confirmation box. So you have to store confirmation box first you have to look at the quantity you are trying to dupe with, then you have to store confirmation box, then you have to enter the menu with the stored confirmation box, then you have to wait for confirmation box to appear, then you have to purchase the item that you want, and it will transfer the quantity of the item you looked at, in my case it was 12 arrows, to the item I'm trying to buy. So I just bought 12 Twinkling Titanites, and I upgraded my Black Knight Great Sword to +5 with those Twinkling Titanites. And as you can see, Black Knight Great Sword +5 with the move swap is quite a deadly combo that Ornstein didn't really survive, and Smoa is even much easier in that sense. We just like stagger to death both bosses. Okay, very nice. We've got very good RNG in this fight, and I even got on the elevator. So that was Ornstein Smoa for you with Black Knight Greatsword +5. This is exactly the power of the move swapped big weapons. Okay, there we're gonna quickly kill Guinevere, or rather her illusion. I'm gonna dupe the bone to warp away. And that has been Ornstein Smoa. We're gonna level up 18 Endurance and warp to the Firelink Shrine. Then we're gonna purchase more stuff from Griggs. We're gonna buy second ring that he sells that increases the magic damage. And we're gonna buy Soul Arrow spell that we're gonna use for fighting Butterfly boss. Again, I'm using prompt swap. I don't have enough souls, but doing the frame perfect glitch, I'm able to switch the menu from Sorcerer Catalyst to the ring frame perfectly and fool the game into buying the item I need. There we talk with Petrus. And we need to buy Homeward spell from Petrus. This is going to be the spell that we're going to use for glitch called Wrong Warp. Homeward Wrong Warp, if to be accurate. It's the variation of the Wrong Warp that's going to be very useful for the very late game routing. But for now, it's just going to be in our inventory. And I guess we have some time for more donations while I'm going to be sitting in a nest and having a good time.
You've got it. We have $22.22 from Bun Dumpling, who says, "Such a treat to see the unholy beast of Dark Souls speedrunning at ESA once again. Thanks to Dan for showcasing this run. Thanks to ESA for including this incredible speed game."
Thank you.
That went towards the That went towards the Dark and All Bosses ending. The Dark Lord. Just a little update on that. The bid war. We've got To Link the Fire in the lead at $800 and $818. Yeah, there we go. And with the Dark Lord trailing not too far behind at $760.22.
Nice.
Keep those donations coming. We'll see right when we get to. I'll let you folks know what it's gonna be when we get to the Kiln of the First Flame.
Okay, Stray Demon is a very fat boss. Not quite literally, but in health amounts perspective. So even our move swap Black Knight Greatsword +5 takes quite some time to finish him off. But overall his moveset is pretty simple to work with. So there we killed Stray Demon, and we also have to pick up the Peculiar Doll. And the reason why we have to, we actually got Black Knight Sword that we will have to drop. The Peculiar Doll is the key item that is used to get into Ariamis. And the reason why we go into Ariamis as quickly, because it's optional area and we could do it super late in the run to have a comfier time going through, but it also has a very important item for us at this stage of the run, which is gonna be Red Soapstone. And we're gonna use that Red Soapstone as the Red Tear Stone Ring with the glitch called Equip Slot Manipulation. That's a glitch that allows you to equip any item in any slot, quite literally. And because game shares same item IDs across certain items, the same item equipped in different slots will result in being recognized by a game as a different item. So like, if you equip Red Soapstone in the ring slot, because it shares literally same item ID as Red Tier Stone Ring, game will think that because it's in the ring slot, it's a Red Tier Stone Ring. So that's a very, very neat trick that saves a lot of time, because we don't have to actually obtain Red Tier Stone Ring going through the Valley of Drakes or going through the Darkroot Garden, which saves a lot of time. But Ariamis area can be quite spooky because of all the enemies there. As you can see, already like managed to get hit. Because enemies are pretty aggressive in there. And hopefully we'll make it no issues. The scariest part of Ariamis is actually going through spiral stairs. It's a very narrow passage with 3 crow enemies on the way. That can be like very annoying to deal with. But luckily it was comfy. So there goes the red soapstone. And now, since we're gonna kill Priscilla and spawn inside Dark Anorlondo again, on the way back from Ariamis, we will also kill the Gwyndolin, because there is no way to postpone killing Gwyndolin. Okay, so this bridge can be quite concerning. Yeah, I got quite unlucky with that arrow shots. Monka Giga. Yes, that was a mega rare, a mega late arrow shot at first, so I probably should have just quit out when I've seen that coming. I tried my best. I guess we have quite some time to read commentaries, sorry, donations, for now, while I'm going all the way back.
Sure thing. Right now we have a $10 donation from Fub. There's no comment, but that was thrown towards the Dark Lord ending.
Nice.
Wait. Painted World is really rough.
It's usually not very rough, but I got like very delayed first arrow and it was unfortunate. I just had to play it a little more safe with the quit out, but I thought that I will be fine, but I wasn't. Just hopefully I don't lose my souls, so I won't have to do for a long time. Okay, attempt number 2. Another Monka Shake on the screen because of Undead Dragon Awakening. Okay, this time we are not getting meme arrow shots. That's nice. So, we start Priscilla fight with actually shooting an arrow because it stuck in her body and it makes her visible by noticing the arrow, because her teleporting position is RNG, and it absolutely makes no issues to kill Priscilla with move swap BKGS +5. I guess I can quickly explain like how does move swap work, because I haven't really, like, the thing why move swap works in the first place is that game allows you to queue certain actions after animations, and because of that you can queue two-handing bow action while performing, for example, jump. And if you after queuing the two-handing bow switch the bow to any other weapon, game will two-hand. Ooh. Okay, we're getting a little memed by weird enemies RNGs in Anorlondo. Game will be two-handing the left-hand weapon, which is normally not available in DS1. And because bow has no running attack, it has no rolling attack, and it has no plunge attack, for some unknown reason, game picks up the animations from the right-hand weapon that you have. So it just straightforward transfers running attack, rolling attack, and plunge attack animations from the right-hand weapon. For pretty much no reason. But thank you From Software anyway. Okay, so Gwyndolin is 100% RNG-based boss. We have to just get lucky and get the arrow attacks. Okay, we actually got pretty lucky there. And because after arrow attacks, you can easily just stagger boss to death and prevent him from teleporting immediately. Oh, whoops. Okay, there we level up 26 strength and 20 intelligence. And I warped to the wrong place. Heck. And now we warp to Undead Parish. And this is where we're gonna do next important thing. Oh, I'm actually gonna... Oh, actually, it's no issue. Sorry, I have a little mess in my inventory because I forgot to drop the Black Knight sword that I've got from Black Knights that we killed after Stray. So there we buy 999 arrows. We store the quantity of 999. We carry confirmation box into the merchant menu, and we buy pikes. So basically, we bought right now 999 pikes in our inventory. They are all stacked in one slot, luckily. And this game has a leftover mechanic from Demon Souls, which is inventory weight limits. Oh, oops. And that mechanic is pretty much not giving you any issues in casual playthrough, and it's 10,000 weight units, which is like pretty much impossible to reach casually. But because we bought 999 pikes, it overflows that number, and now we have no space in our inventory. And we go into state that we call cramped state of the character, when we cannot pick up any items that have weights in our inventory. And also, it does allow us to perform equip slot manipulation glitch that I just performed, to equip the red tear stone ring, or rather equip red soap stone into ring slots, and it turned into red tear stone ring because it shares the same item ID, and game reading the item ID of red soap stone in ring slot turns it into red tear stone ring. And now we will drop the pike to get rid of the cramped state. So hopefully I don't unequip the red tear stone ring, because then I will need to cram my character one more time to re-equip the red soapstone ring again into the ring slot. And that can be quite painful to back up, so hopefully. So there we went to forests, and first thing we're gonna do in the forest is killing Hydra. Hydra strat is relatively finicky. Have to throw one bomb. And we have to do 2 attacks, so we drop the pike, we drop the unnecessary stuff from our inventory. Okay, we've got bad RNG. Okay, I couldn't perform the jump attack, but luckily I was close enough to not miss the insanely stylish R2. So we kill Hydra not because it's a boss, but because you must kill Hydra to get the access to the DLC area of the game. And DLC bosses are obviously included in all bosses speedrun. And now we have to quit out to make crystal, like golden crystal golem, to respawn. That has dusk in it. Then we have to talk with her and Now, after that, the DLC key will appear inside the Crystal Golem and Sith Archives arena. Sorry, not arena, but area. Next boss is going to be Sith. We're going to quickly set up Red Tier Stone Ring again by taking hit from this enemy. This enemy is a consistent knight. It's called consistent because it's actually inconsistent. And it can give you like different attacks that are not gonna be very well. Yeah, I've got like super fast bandit following me. Don't bully. And I guess we have some time to read a couple of donations on the way to Sif.
I've got some for you. We have a Alibaba FC who says, "Good luck, comrade." They have $5 for you with one of your emotes here. It's like the Danflesh head.
Danflesh head, indeed.
We got $10 from Ifriti who says, "Thou who art a speedrunner art chosen in thine exodus from the undead asylum. Make pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou skip ringing the bells of awakening, the fate of the bosses thou shalt know." Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So there I performed the quit out on the Sif door, and that's the strat that pretty much nobody uses but me in this category. It's called Ruski Sif. And we got it successfully. Like, the thing is that if you quit out on the door to Sif, then Sif will turn around at the start of the fight. And that gives you a little different way of fighting the boss. And luckily we got good RNG and I was able to showcase the infamous Russian Sif fight successfully. Okay, now the last death cam skip in the run, and probably most interesting one. It's gonna be Golden Fog Gate skip, and this is why we do not call any bells in this category, because we can just skip placing Lord Vessel to get rid of the Golden Fog Gates as early. So what we do, we perform error rolls to the bottom. Now we are in the same state that we were for Silver Knight Archer skip. You can see the blue trail following all the way, game trying to kill me every frame. But as with Silver Knight Archer skip, Fall Control prevents me from dying, and while it's working I'm safe. The thing is that this skip and Silver Knight Archer skip both are impossible to perform without lingering Dragon Crest Ring. That's the only reason why we even bought it in the first place in this speedrun, because it extends the period of time of Fall Control working, and actually it gives us enough time to perform the movement that we need to perform to get the skip down. Okay, so there I'm going to slowly walk off from the edge. That's where next area had been not loaded. And there I'm just going to casually spawn on the other side of the Golden Fog Gate. Because again, Fog Gates, just as doors and Sense Gates, are not loaded while we are in a death camp. So you can traverse through them, no issues. So now we got into Duke's Archives. And this area can be quite scary, because dying in there will mean that we'll have to redo the whole skip. And that's not very fun in Marathon. Okay, there I need to move swap my Black Knight Greatsword to kill the Crystal Golem. Since we killed Hydra already and talked with Dusk, now this Crystal Golem will have Broken Pendant inside. And now we acquired the DLC key that we'll need very soon. And now it's time for another sequence break that skips the prison area. It's like one of the oldest Dark Souls skips in this run. It had been known for very, very long time. It's a Duke skip. It's a parkour skip that hopefully will work, at least in first try. Nice, what a gamer. Personally, for me, like, one of the most inconsistent skips, even though I speedrun this game for quite many years, still have issues with Duke skip occasionally. Even though it might look not very difficult, but it takes time to nail the movements on the railing and roll timing. So there we use fall control to drop down on the ladder. You can actually do the more RTA friendly strat by dropping on a ledge, but I don't know how to do it, so I don't do it. Just do the strats that I'm used to, that are used in an actual speedrun. And now we enter Crystal Caves. In Crystal Caves we will perform quite tricky fall control quit out again. The tricky part about it is the ground that you jump from is make you sliding, and there are a ton of kill boxes all around you, so hopefully it goes well. Yep. And we land like at the very bottom of Crystal Caves. No issue. Not getting killed by the Crystal Golem, and all the thing left in there is killing Seath. The only tricky part about Seath fight is that when you first enter the boss arena, clams can follow into the arena because there is no fog gate. And because of that, we perform a very specific pathing beforehand to significantly lower the chance of clams following inside the boss fight arena, and because it can mess up the fight quite a lot. So there we break the crystal with the bow and move swap immediately. Or not quite immediately. Yep, not quite immediately actually. But we deal so much damage that it's not gonna hurt the fight much. I just had to make sure to not get hit by the very first attack. And easy clap. And next boss is gonna be Moonlight Butterfly. It's gonna be relatively boring fights, and it's nothing special. You just punish each spellcast from Moonlight Butterfly by Great Heavy Solero cast. We need 5 total casts to finish the boss, so hopefully it goes well. And I guess we can read some donations while that goes.
Oh, you bet. We do have a $5 anonymous donation with no comment. We appreciate it very much. And we have Dysat, who offers $20 with Amazing Run. Danflesh, one man against a lot of powerful foes. Go get them.
Thank you.
I will. That was a big... Oh, we're getting them. That $20 went towards Link the Fire, which now has a lead of over $108. That's $888 to Dark Lord at $780.22.
Okay, so this fight, as you can see, is quite not much fun. We're gonna trade actually, which is no issue because we have enough health to survive. Just gonna lose some time on a bone out, but that was a pretty comfy fight. And now we actually move to the DLC. So one of the things I haven't mentioned, from killing Hydra, we received the Dusk Crown, Dusk Ring. And Dusk Ring is a ring that halves your health amount, but gives you 50% more spells to cast. And we're gonna use this ring to have comfortable RTSR setups in many places. The thing is that fall damage in this game is fully percentage based. So no matter what health amount you have, it's gonna deal like certain percent of your max health. And when you are wearing Dusk Crown ring and your health is twice as low, game calculates percentage damage from fall damage from this half HP. So just falling on this bridge there without Dusk Crown Ring equipped would not let me enter the health threshold for Red Tear Stone Ring. But when I fell there with the Dusk Crown Ring, having less health overall, I will be able to change the Dusk Crown Ring to any other ring I need that doesn't halve my HP. And I will have Red Tear Stone Ring activated because of that. Because my overall health gonna be twice as much. So as you can see, like, we unequip the ring and we get the Red Tear Stone Ring effect. So Guardian is first DLC boss. And usually he's not a big issue. So this time he didn't either. He can be annoying when he spams incredible amount of lightning attacks. This time it was just one. Black Knight Greatsword +5 annihilates this boss in like 3 attacks. So it's like 1.5 running attack. So it's absolutely no issues to get the kill. There is also important thing to do is we talk with the mushroom lady. And we buy Hidden Body. Hidden Body we're gonna use to avoid enemies aggroing at us during the DLC. It's very important because in DLC enemies are absolutely like super aggressive and super deadly. There are tons of them, and like sorcerers are absolutely annihilating you in just one spell cast, even with full health. So hopefully it's not the case. Next skip I'm gonna perform is gonna be Royalwood skip. It's just air rolling to the bottom of the elevator. It used to be like very difficult before air rolls or plunges were discovered, but currently it's absolutely super simple skip where you just iframe the fall damage by performing air rolls glitch.
Oh.
Okay, so there we buy some stuff there from Chester. Especially important thing is Green Blossom, because stamina consumption with the move swap Black Knight Greatsword is immense. And Green Blossoms are insanely OP in this game, and they boost your stamina regen to an incredible amount. And we enter the fight with Artorias, and you can see Artorias is a very difficult boss in a speedrun. And as you can see, like, my stamina regen is insane, and that allows me to perform Stagger Lock pretty successfully, because otherwise I won't be able to do attacks as fast and as successfully. There we level up some attunements. We level up attunement and intelligence. We need more attunement to equip at least Hidden Body. We're gonna level up attunement one more last time to get more spell slots for Homeward Wrong Warps. But for now, 14 is just enough, and 37 intelligence gonna make it very comfortable to go through the rest of the late game with the spell called Darkbeats that we're gonna acquire in DLC relatively soon. And now we have to trigger Calamite. This speedrun doesn't have Golfless Calamite, unfortunately, like Dark Souls Remastered. All bosses, because we don't have such a powerful magic. But yeah, because of that we have to talk with Goff, and we have to shoot Calamite down to the ground to fight him normally. And I guess that's some time to read some donations.
Well, I could use this moment to remind everybody why we're donating here. Save the Children works with youth, their families, and their communities to ensure that young people's health needs are met. You can help give children a future by donating during this event. Save the Children focuses on the most vulnerable children, including girls who are forced into early marriage, young boys and girls who are forced into dangerous working conditions, or children at risk of recruitment into armed groups. When children experience trauma, Save the Children works to ensure they receive the care, rehabilitation, and psychosocial support They need to be children again. Thank you all for your generosity during this ESA marathon. It's been very wonderful to see all the support going on all week as we reach... We're closing in on 60K, so thank you all so much for the support.
Okay, so I performed some air rolls to skip activating one of the DLC elevators, which would be a very huge hook around, like a running around thing. Hopefully we can just air roll to the bottom. As you can see, I'm utilizing my hidden body again. First time it was to get rid of the dogs before Calamity, this time to not get immediately wrecked by enemies while picking up the crest key. So crest key is the key that you need to open door to the Goa, and since we're going to use him to shot Calamity down, we kind of need it. So this is another place where hidden body benefits pretty much the most, because sorcerers on the bridge notice you super late, and that gives you a very comfortable room to run through without any issues. There we're going to perform more air rolls down. And these air rolls actually have quite weird advantage over doing like regular full control quit outs, because there is a monkey, enemy on the elevator, and that enemy is quite literally moved from the spot where it's guarding the Dark Beat, the spell that we need. So I'm gonna kill the sorceress here with Great Heavy Soul Arrow, pick up Dark Beat, and there is gonna be only one monkey guarding it instead of two, because the other one is just riding elevator. And if you quit out or reload area at least once, he actually gets teleported back to his regular spot. Okay, I really hope I won't die to fall damage, because I forgot to unequip the armor for my RTSR setup for Manus, but just blast RNG, because sometimes you can have like very little health left for this. Okay, no issues. So there we do for gate skip, because every time you enter Manus for gate there is a cutscene playing, and that's slow, and it's a speedrun. That was my mistake, but that's unfortunate. So I canceled the Manus animation. He gave me like really bad attack afterwards, and I had no stamina to roll it. And the reason why this outcome even happened was pretty unfortunate, but happens. I guess we have more time for some donations or whatnot.
I've got you covered. I've got you covered. $25 from Bachan, who says, "Save the children." They donated to Link the Fire. And fun fact, last year, ESA had the same bid war for Dark Souls, Link the Fire or Dark Lord ending, and it was a tie.
Yeah,
what would we do if there? What happened there? Because, like, what do you do? Shrug at the bonfire and close the game? There's no end?
Just do both.
Do both?
I don't know. I actually don't remember what people did.
I need to go see.
But yeah, I remember that tie. But yeah, hopefully we will do fine with killing Manus from second try. This run through is a little annoying. Like the thing is that now my health is a little different from what it should be. So I'm not 100% sure it's gonna work, but I think it should work. For Red Tier Stone Ring setup. If it's not, it's gonna be quite unfortunate. I need to not lose my souls, because otherwise we're gonna dupe for ages. Yeah, this health definitely not gonna work, so I'm gonna equip Dusk Crown Ring. Okay, let me do the manning very quick. I'm gonna try to perform fancy move swap, but fail it. Fail it miserably. Okay, attempt number 2. Hopefully this time successful. That's a rain. Oof. That was quite a mistake. I'm gonna play it safe. Okay. I played it a little extra safe, but it's definitely worth for a marathon to play it rather safe than aggressive. I completely forgot that doing rolling attack on that opener is actually leading him to do the magic phase already, and you have to do this attack only when you performed one rolling attack before. So that was a little mistake of mine, but luckily I was able to not die again. Okay, this time we have to talk with Go. I'm gonna use the key that we picked up in the DLC area. And after talking with him, we'll get the Calamite to the ground. And we'll be able to fight him on that ground. Yeah, I guess we have some more time for donations.
Sure thing. I can update everybody on the bid war here for the ending choice. To Link the Fire's still in the lead with $913, with the Dark Lord trailing at $780.22. People want to Link the Fire, which would break the streak of the Dark Lord ending that's been going on in ESA history.
Dang. Insane competition going on.
Yeah. Age of Dark. Want to end it. Bring the fire.
Yeah, these dogs can be like quite annoying. And by quite, I mean very. Okay, so there we're gonna abuse Dusk Crown Ring, fall damage again. I'm gonna equip the ring and switch it back when we are in the boss arena already, and we're gonna have our Red Tear Stone prepared. Red Tear Stone Ring prepared. Okay. No good RNG on Calamites already. No. Unfortunate. Haven't seen tail attack in literal ages, but there it is for you guys. Luckily, Calamite decided to showcase his tail abilities right to you. Yeah, that was like punishing this attack usually is pretty safe, but I was apparently too close to the sender. I don't even know actually, because tail attack is pretty uncommon overall when you try to punish this this fly attack. But we didn't even get like the good opener, which is always a shame in a run. Like Calamite is probably one of the most RNG bosses in the whole speedrun, in all bosses, excluding Gwendolyn, of course, because Gwendolyn is just pure RNG boss. I just hope I'll have enough green blossoms for Bed of Chaos, because dying to Bed of Chaos will make this a little more concerning than it should be. I need to not lose my souls, because again, otherwise I'll have to dupe some insane amount of souls. Oof. Picking up these souls was risky. Yeah, I got the AI loop. Yep. Okay, it wasn't the perfect AI loop, but it was fine. So we take it. So Kalamit's AI can be abused like that when he's stuck in turnaround animation. It's relatively precise to punish this without breaking the loop, because if you break the loop in a bad way, you can insta die because you have no stamina to roll the attack that he will perform. Okay, now I attuned Fireball that I had from the very beginning of the game, and I attuned Homeward, the spell I bought from Petrus, and that is for Homeward Wrong Warps. That we're gonna use 3 times in this run, hopefully. They won't die some extra. But before we're gonna do that, we're gonna do one of the probably trickiest skips in the whole speedrun, which is a Blighttown skip. So there I do very specific positioning at the top. That's why I'm using bow to make it like more accurate. And there I'm gonna perform a thing that is called transition clip. Transition clip is a glitch that allows you to like getting out of bounds by tricking game into storing your position in one area while loading the other, like in between the areas. And I do it by performing very specific movement at the bottom on the elevator. And hopefully Seam Walk goes well. Okay. So there is a seam you have to walk. It's like literally 1 pixel wide. And then you have to air roll, and I messed up air rolls. That's very unfortunate. I messed up the easy parts of the skip, but I got the seam walk first try. I guess I rolled like too early or not enough backwards. Like the thing with the rolling here into Qualak the main is that the thing with the rolling to Qualak the main is that if you just roll straight down from the while sliding on the rocks, it will end up like it did end up for me. That my iframes ended before I landed, so I was in a bad part of the animation that has no iframes on my air rolls, unfortunately. If I would have full control casted, I would survive, but normally you don't cast full control for this trick because it was actually like the easy part of the skip. So that's very unfortunate that I messed it up. So we're gonna perform the whole skip again. Yep. I think that was a really bad walk-off, so I might be still on top, which is... oh, never mind. It was enough frames. No. Yeah, we might get stuck there for quite a while, guys. Because this is actually like a very punishing skip to do. As I said, like the seam that I walked without a single quit out is like literally 1 pixel wide, like it's very narrow. It's probably more narrow than you can imagine, and on top of that you can't see it pretty much the whole time you run, like at the very beginning at least. So yeah, I guess we have some more time for donations.
Oh, don't worry. I've got you covered with a $1,000 donation.
Dang.
Anonymous, there's no comment, and you would have thought this would have shattered the bid war, but it went towards neither of the ending choices, so it's total chaos. It's still a close race there.
Dang.
Very wild. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, let's hope that third try is a charm. And Blighttown skip. Gonna be merciful. Oh no. This is even worse. So I messed up the backstep strat. So now I will have to do the meme backup. I don't really even remember very well. With the full control quit out. To get down. No! No. I failed the quit outs and I have to redo the whole thing again. Because I fell. This is very unfortunate. We could get it literally first try, but I messed up the easy part and now we're stuck there forever, guys. Unfortunately, no escape from doing BTS. But again, it's like the trickiest skip in the whole run out of all, and as you can see, it's pretty punishing to fail. It's very punishing to fail, I would rather say. So unfortunately, repower estimates, I guess. Because this, like, retrying this skip takes a lot of real time, because I have to quit out like significant amount of times to get to the right place. Luckily, I don't need souls anymore, because we leveled up everything we needed for this run. No. Fell on the easy parts. Okay, now it's very important to not... Okay. This turn can be like super annoying too. Yay! First try, guys. Poggers. Okay, so this like air rolls to the bottom are very simple. It was pretty unfortunate how I messed it up. But here we are. And we have to fight Quelag now. Only by now, because we skipped the bells entirely. I mean, we could do 4 kings very early, but we didn't do either of that. And now, after killing Quelag, we're gonna do the Fire Sage elevator clip, which is a pretty interesting glitch, if you ask me. So, if you like the quit, when you quit out, the stand-up animation after loading into character pushes you back a little. And if you perform multiple quit outs, staying back to elevator in this area, you can fall through it, because elevator isn't instantly loaded on top. It only is loaded at the bottom at first. And you can punch, or rather plunge, Fire Sage right in the head, because that elevator hole shaft is exactly on top of the Fire Sage's head. And the fact that you can even plunge Fire Sage to get rid of the fall damage is pretty impressive by itself. Okay, so it's time for the first homeward wrong warp. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna light the bonfire here. Then I'm gonna spell swap my fireball with the home word and spam A to grab the idol. Sorry, not the idol. Some Sekiro vocabulary here to grab the bonfire. And that confuses game into performing wrong warp. And it wrong warps us to the default area of the previous bonfire that we had. Because the thing is that homeward as a spell, it works like the bone. But because we pick up the bonfire right before being warped away, game wrong warps us to the dog. No, it doesn't warp us to the dog, but oh, it was early. It warps us to the bonfire we had as our last bonfire first, and at the same time, because we grabbed the bonfire that we hover wrong warp from, we also take that bonfire. Because in DS1, to grab the bonfire, you have to actually sit at the bonfire. And that gives you very incredible routing possibilities, specifically for categories like 100%. But even in all bosses, it's applicable. So there I'm doing depth run through. I used transition clip. It's the same glitch I used for Blighttown skip earlier. And now I performed some parkour from the railing to get into the gaping boss fight arena. Gaping doesn't seem to do the good attack, but we don't mind. We respect bad RNG from bosses. So that's Capra and Gaping done. And now, as you can see, I warped back to Demon Ruins. It's because how Homeward Wrong Warp works. Exactly how it does work. It wrong warps you to the default area of your current bonfire, but you manage to pick up the other one. And it makes your last bonfire that bonfire. Which is very confusing to understand at first, but it's a very cool routing tool. So that was Centipede Demon. As you can see, at this point we're just abusing Darkbeat with Red Tear Stone Ring and Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring, because it's an incredibly powerful combo. And now we enter the best area for your eyes. And while we go through it, I guess we're gonna have some donations.
You bet. We do have Rosabelle with $10 who says, "Don't give up, skeleton." One of my favorite kind of custom messages you can have. I think I saw it first in Dark Souls 2.
Thank you. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to wear sunglasses, because if I wear my sunglasses, then I can't see anything, literally, in this area. That's very unfortunate. But otherwise, it would take ages to navigate through this area for me. But hopefully, it won't take ages to back up Bed of Chaos. So next boss we're gonna kill is Bed of Chaos, famously known like worst Souls games boss ever. And in Speedrun we use the attack that is called Toki Bombs. It's a strat that where you use 2 bombs to destroy both cores on both sides immediately, and just roll through the branches straight to the middle and kill the bug immediately, without doing it manually, like going from one core to another. You just throw bombs. But there is a chance that first I will miss a bomb, and then I will need to do a backup, or if I will get really unlucky and I will get killed by Bed of Chaos, because Bed of Chaos can use the magic attack while you are going to the center, that will one-shot you with, like in this route, no matter what, because we don't have enough health. then we'll have to do the backup as well. But hopefully, with the amount of unfortunate things happened in this run, at least this thing will be fine. Because doing the backup for Bed of Chaos is no fun, believe me. Okay, second bomb hit. Not very good first roll. So hopefully we don't get firestorms. Yes, we don't get firestorms. That's good. We kill the bug. And bone away. Nice. No memes on Bed of Chaos. Very nice.
Very nice.
Okay, next boss coming up is gonna be 4 Kings, finally. And 4 Kings are very chill fights in this category. Like, the thing is, it's gonna be 2 Kings. Like, even though it's called 4 Kings, but 4 Kings fight is weird. Like, every king has his own health bar, but they all share same health bar as well as the actual boss health bar, and you can overflow it by attacking the corpse, because hitbox of the king doesn't disappear immediately, and by doing that we're gonna deal so much damage to the first 2 kings that it's gonna kill the whole boss overall. So hopefully that's gonna go smooth. It should go smooth.
Wow.
There we're gonna go in out of bounds with full control quit out. We're not gonna use the seal key to get rid of the flooding in New Londo, because you can actually fall into 4 Kings Arena from out of bounds just fine, which is very convenient. So there I'm gonna drop the item. I'm gonna do that because second king will always spawn around the place where you drop. And I'm gonna use Black Knight Greatsword to get rid of the first king. Oh no, I missed running attack. Well, because I missed running attack, I will have to do the second king with Black Knight Greatsword as well, instead of Dark Beats. Okay, this run is a pure meme. Unfortunately, I managed to mess up twice in a row on 4 kings, on both kings with move swap running attack, so we will actually have to fight third king. And we'll have to wait until he spawns, because I have no clue where he's gonna spawn. Like, he should spawn like in between first and second, but it's impossible to navigate. To be able to know where third king gonna be, you have to drop the item exactly when you kill the very first king. Okay, he'll probably do magic attack first. Of course he will. Okay, I probably will get hit by this missile with a certain chance. We talk with Kath. Say yes. He gets us teleported, which is very cool. We place Lord Vessel, and we're gonna perform another Homeward Wrong Warp. This time I didn't get the spell swap first try, but now we took the Lord Vessel, Bonfire, and now we did teleport to Demon Ruins here, because our previous Bonfire was the Bonfire before Centipede Demon. And now we have time to read some donations on the way to Ceaseless Discharge.
Oh, you bet. We do have a Alberto H. Luis, $50. There's no comment, but thank you very much. And Peanut donates $22.22 with Dan's the Man with Danflesh. Both of those. Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Both of those went towards the Dark Lord ending, which puts the, right now that's closing the gap a little bit, but right now 913 to Link the Fire and 862.44 for the Dark Lord. Not too far behind.
Yep, we're getting close to the Kiln.
After a couple more Lord Souls, and like after Gravelord Nito, what do you think? What's the routing for this before Kiln?
It's just Nito left. Okay, we kill Ceaseless, and now we have our Fireling Altar as our main bonfire. Hopefully we don't die in Kiln itself, because otherwise it's going to be problematic. Well, rather not problematic, it's just going to take quite a lot of time to come back to the Lord Vessel, because we don't have a Framped place opened, because we didn't ring the bells. So we will have to go to Koth and ask him to bring us to the Fireling Altar all the way back, so that is not going to be very fun to go through. But now it's time for Nito and Pinwheel. Well, Pinwheel is a well-known meme boss that is very easy to kill, and there is no difference in this speedrun. He's just gonna die like immediately to our spellcast. I mean, not much different for Nito, to be honest, except we're gonna actually have to use the Hidden Body spell to not aggro all the skeletons in his arena. But most difficult part about this segment is actually Tomb of the Giants pathing, because Tomb of the Giants pathing and parkour can be pretty annoying to do. I hope that game won't crash. I will go as far left as I can. And I landed very badly because I went very far left. Oops. Okay, it didn't store our position because I was in a bad one. Attempt number 2. Game didn't crash. Very nice. And now we'll just have to avoid bone wheels, which is absolutely not difficult in there. Oof. Body blocked me there a little. Did some insane double punching afterwards as well. Okay, so that's Pinwheel. By Pinwheel. There we cast Fall Control immediately. And the reason for that is so we don't take fall damage on the way to Nito with all the parkour we're gonna perform. And the other thing was that I had menu opened before I received the loot from Pinwheel, and the reason for that is because when you acquire Rite of Kindling, you have the same informational message like you have after acquiring Lord Vessel, that doesn't allow you to interact with objects for a certain amount of time. And by holding the menu opens, you get rid of that message to appear. So there we did all the fancy parkour in Tomb of the Giants, and because of fall control we didn't get any full damage. So now we have quite a bunch of health to survive the run through to Nito with a bunch of pinwheels. It's usually pretty safe, but there is always a chance to get stun locked to death immediately on the way through them. So hopefully it goes fine. Okay, we've got good attack from the only important pinwheel. So there we're gonna do ring swap We're gonna lower our health by the Dusk Ring. We're gonna cast Hidden Body to be able to not get aggroed by skeletons. We got the good attack from Nito. He didn't do a ranged attack with the Scream. And now we can finish Nito, no issues. We have to put armor on for Kiln our TSR setup. And now we're gonna perform very last hover Wrong Warp right into the Kiln. And it's first try, and we've got it. Now we can actually close the bid war for the ending.
Sure thing. One final refresh before we know for sure. All right, Link the Fire is going to be the ending at $913. Thank you very much for the donations. I do have one as well, $5 from Keefers, who says, "Kept you waiting, huh?"
Nice, kept you waiting, huh? Indeed. So we did set up RTSR. Gwyn is a very simple fight. It's literally you parry the opener attack that is always the same jump, and then you just cast Dark Beat twice and he's dead. So hopefully that doesn't go badly, because ESA has a very nice tradition of failing Gwyn kills to this point. But yeah, since we are running out, well, not running out of time, but we're behind the schedule, I will start shoutouts during this section yet. So big shout out to Speed Souls community, which is an amazing community of runners running from software games, Souls games included. And big shout out to other languages streamers for providing content on many languages across the world. We're gonna watch the Link the Fire ending. I need to not skip it accidentally, and it's time. And big shout out specifically to Dysat Art, who made an art for this ESA marathon run for Spanish restream. Thank you so much. So yeah, that was Dark Souls 1 all bosses, and that's Link the Fire ending for you.
Wow, thank you so much, Danflesh, for the amazing run. Thank you all so much. The bid war, that was intense. We get to Link the Fire for the first time in a long time for ESA. Thank you all so much for the generosity. And wow, those skips, there's some I had never seen before. So very, very nice execution.
Yeah, I have to mention that if you want to learn more about skips and tech in this game or any Speed Souls game, then you can visit speedsouls.com. It has the Wikipedia page, like section, that explains all the glitches you had seen there, and it has the pages for pretty much every single trick that is used in speedrun across the From Software games. So that can be very, very interesting to check out for you.
There you go, folks. A chance to learn some Dark Souls 1. And we'll be ending here. That'll be it for my shift as well, hosting. It's been an honor. Thank you all so much for donating, giving me a chance to read your lovely messages. After the break, stay tuned for some Pac-Man 99. We've got Uncle Sam coming up, and we'll see you in the chat. Thank you again. Bye-bye.